Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome in DHA education system. I'm your physics teacher, class 8. Week number 4 will be covered in this video. In this video, we are going to start a new chapter, force and pressure. After studying, student will be able to define the term force, define the term pressure, identify the unit of pressure. We have a different pressures unit, so we will discuss in detail in this video. The last topic, which is very important regarding conceptual point of view, water pressure. How water pressure increase, how water pressure decrease, what are the factors of water pressure. We all things will be going to discuss in this video. The sources which use in this video for water pressure activity, this is the experiment done by some English scientist, so I'll include in the source video. So General Science Punjab textbook board will be cover, sabak.pk will be help out for you guys, e-learning website will be help out. If you haven't a book, elearning.gov.pk have complete variety of your book for 8th class. Now let us start. What is force? What is a force? A force is a push, a force is a pull. Force can also change the size and direction. Force has a size and direction. All motion is created by force. It means that if you push the thing, it means you are applying a force. If you pull the thing, you also apply the force. If you apply a force, you can change the size. For let's say example, you have an apple, and with the help of knife, you can change the size. Direction of the body you can also change. If bicycle is moving toward you, by the help of force, you can also change the direction of. So this is called force. When force is, you can also say the body move or tends to move, stop or tends to stop. It can also change the size and direction. Pressure, it's a main topic. Force acting normally on a unit area of a surface of an object is called pressure. Mathematical form is pressure is equals to force per unit area. It's a force over area. If you want to calculate the amount of pressure in a literal sense, you need force, you need area. How much force you are applying on the body and how much area is covering. By dividing the force by area, you can value the pressure. Okay, now we can see that the pressure is a relation between force and area. If you increase the force, pressure will be also increase. If you increase the area, pressure will also decrease. Okay, now let us understand that what I'm talking about. First line, this line, boys and girls, pressure is directly proportional to the force. It means that if you applying some pressure on the body, it means you are applying a force per unit area. If you are increasing the force, you open the tap, water will be coming out with some pressure. You again lose the tap, more water coming out with more pressure. It means that the force will be increased, the amount of water will be increased, pressure will be increased. The amount of water act as the force, which results the increase in pressure. I hope you understand the relation between force and pressure. Let me discuss this point. Pressure is inversely proportional to the surface area of an object. So what does mean that it's we increase the area, pressure will be decreased, because pressure and area are inverse relation. Area is written in denominator in the right side, so everything which is written in denominator has the inverse relation between the quantities is another side of the equal. So pressure is inversely proportional to the area. Let me clear. It means that if area increase, then pressure will not increase, pressure will decrease. If area decrease, pressure will not decrease, pressure will be increased. It means that one quantities behave different, the other quantity behave totally different. It means they are inversely proportional. Let us example, if you have a garden, so you are giving water to your plants. So what happened if you have a pipe in your hand and the surface area water will be coming out, and you just put a thumb on the surface half of the area, you will cover half of the area. Then what happened? It happened the increase in the speed of water. Increase in the speed of water means you decrease the area. You decrease the area, then pressure will be increased. It means one quantity decrease, the other quantity will be. Now just side the thumb, full surface area will be working. Now you see that pressure will be decreased, area will be increased, working area will be increased, surface area will be increased, pressure will be decreased. If one quantity will be increased, the other quantity will be decreased, it means that they have inverse relation. So I hope you guys understand with the help of explanation. Unit of a pressure. This is also a very important discussion. Every physical quantity have unit. Without unit, we are unable to explain the quantities. Let us explain unit of pressure. Remember, every unit is described with the help of formula. If you know the formula of pressure, the unit of pressure is very easy. As you can see that we have this formula, pressure is equal to force over area. It means that pressure is equal to the force over area. Now the unit will also equal to force over area. The unit of force is Newton and the unit of area is meter square. So what will be the unit of pressure? Newton per meter square. That's the unit of pressure is Pascal and Newton per meter square. Why it is Pascal? Why it is Pascal? Because the Pascal is the scientist who discovered the term pressure, and Newton per meter square is the extended form of the Pascal. So if you use Pascal or you use Newton per meter square, both are same. With the help of this small chunk of steps, you are able to explain every unit in future. Let's move on to water pressure. We observe that the speed of the water of a tank coming out tap on ground floor is greater than the speed of water coming out on the upper story. It means that we have a 4-story building and the speed of the water in ground floor is increased as compared to the speed on the first floor, second floor, third floor. It means there is some reasoning, there is some science. So for that purpose we have an activity in our book. That activity is that we have a bottle or we have a tank, we have a 3 hole, 1, 2 and 3. You can see that the water which is coming out from number 1 is reached at that location because the pressure of that hole is not very high. Now let's discuss about the point number 2. The pressure of the water will be very high comparatively to the 1, and it's reached at the point 2. And the lower 1/3 is that which is reached at the third point. It means that level which is very far from the surface have high water pressure. So it means that if we move down the sea, the water pressure will be increased, and we can if we know the swimming and we have some experience to do swim in river, we feel that in downward direction the pressure of the water will be increased, and that is why in the upper portion of the water will be, we can see that it's very calm, it's very clear, but in downward the speed of the water will be very large. Hydrostatic pressure, a liquid pressure which increases with the depth of the liquid in the container, is called hydrostatic pressure. So water pressure have the same term which is identified with the name hydrostatic pressure. A liquid pressure which increase with the depth is called hydrostatic pressure. Water pressure increased by 10,000 pascal for every 1 meter down in a lake or in an ocean. It means that if we move downward 1 meter, the pressure will be increased by the 10,000th time.